Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hardcore TV. You're watching NXT Final Battle. My name is 97 Jarna Boy, and this is a Machinima mode type of universe mode series here on my channel. If you are new to watch, and if you are not new, welcome back to Hardcore TV. We're here for NXT's first CPV major event. We're going to have multiple title defenses here tonight. We're going to have NXT's first Monster Ball. And our main event for the NXT Championship, Jeff Hardy is going to be defending against Nigel McGuinness. And that'll be our main event here. But our opener from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Shinsuke Nakamura defending the IWGP Heavyweight Championship of the World against Samoa Joe. Recently on the episode of NXT, Samoa Joe attacked Shinsuke Nakamura. We set up this main event style match. Main event caliber match here for our opener of NXT Final Battle. For those who have watched ECW's Dismember CPV, thank you so much. I got a lot of support on that video, so thank you guys very much. Hopefully a lot of returning viewers here for more Hardcore TV action. We're also going to see CZW's Sami Callihan defend his CZW Iron Man Championship. After NXT Final Battle, you're going to expect to see the next CZW show, which is going to be Cage of Death. Elimination Chambers and a Rage in a Cages match all together. But Samoa Joe's going to be challenging Shinsuke Nakamura, trying to capture his first championship here at Hardcore TV. Here in a brand new arena for NXT Final Battle. On a match later tonight, Raven has challenged CM Punk at a Monsters Ball match. The feud between those bloodthirsty wrestlers continues. And here we go, the bell about to ring for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura defending against Samoa Joe. At Dismember, you saw CM Punk take on Rob Van Dam in a victorious fashion there, making an appearance on ECW. There's Shinsuke Nakamura with that championship. Joe taking a look at the prize and what's at stake here. The bell's about to ring for his first matchup here for NXT Final Battle. Bell has rang. Here we go. You know this is going to be a hard-hitting matchup right now. And what a clothesline to start the matchup from Samoa Joe. Here we go. And a German suplex sending Shinsuke across the ring. Back of Shinsuke's head. Slammed it on the mat. Uranage slammed by Samoa Joe. Oh, what a just clobbering strikes there just on the attack first off. Shinsuke firing back. Here we go. And a strike and a nice kick right to the face. Joe back up to his feet. Nice DDT. The crowd firmly behind Samoa Joe. Loving to see him here in NXT. He strike right to the back. Samoa Joe. Here we go. No time limit here. First fall or submission to a finish. Throws down the leg. Samoa Joe. Here we go. Headlock takeover into a nice elbow to the back of the head. Clothesline taking him down. Working over that back now. With those shoulders. With those knees. Or excuse me. Those elbows being driven into the shoulders of Shinsuke Nakamura. Headlock takeover. Here we go. Slam the face down into the mat. Face first. And another clubbering forearm. And those knees and those fists in the back of Shinsuke's head. And these two just firing back at one another. Not too many grapples, just these strikes here. Hard-hitting strikes. What a clothesline by Shinsuke. Knee strike to the back of the head. Blocks it. What a clothesline right there. Knocking Shinsuke. Got him there in that corner and just runs him over with that clothesline. Nearly taking the head off Shinsuke Nakamura. And Samoa Joe getting impatient, throwing a chair, hits the referee right in the head. Lenient rules here. It is Hardcore TV for a reason. Blocks a punch, hits him with a bold right hand, followed by DDT. Oh, Shinsuke Nakamura is lining it up. Could be looking for a knee strike to the back. Almost looking for the Bombay or Kinshasa there. Drop to hold. Face first into that cable, that bottom rope. Joe knocks him with a clothesline. Followed by a steel chair shot to the face. Steel chair shot to the face of Shinsuke Nakamura. Hit with the Uranage on the steel chair. And that might be it for the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. And a kick out at 2. Shinsuke kicks out at 2. All those strikes, he's down. And a kick out at 2. Now these two wrestlers, these two athletes here, starting to wear down on them a bit now. All these heavy hitting strikes, especially to the head. Well, STL slam. Back first, back of the head of Shinsuke. Followed by DDT. Wearing down the world champion. Punch to the face. Here we go to another drop toe hold. Shinsuke Nakamura with that steel chair now. Creams Mojo with that steel chair. And that chair's already been broken. There we go. He's got him up. Front facing suplex there. Knee strike to the back of the head of Joe. And another one. Just slowly get back up to his feet. There we go, he's got him. Looks like a T-bone suplex there. And that's it, right back of the Smojo's head with that suplex right on that steel chair. Shinsuke not walking out of here as the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. And that is a good reason why you do not attack the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion from New Japan Pro Wrestling. You do not attack him here. Just the back of Smojo's head striking that steel chair. Here's the replay right here. Like that. Just dropped him right on the back of the head. Had him hooked by the leg there. And a 3 count, a surprising 3 count right there. And Shinsuke Nakamura walking out of here with the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. The crowd going wild for the champion walking out of here. They'll go anywhere just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we've still plenty of matches here to go on NXT Final Battle. Main event, Jeff Hardy defending against Nigel McGuinness. And moving on to our next matchup here, Monty Brown taking on Doug Williams here. Oh, an elbow type, there we go. Wrench in the arm. And a clothesline there by the alpha male, Monty Brown. One of the most unhinged wrestlers here in NXT, former NXT champion. Doug Williams, newer to the season. And look at those brutal stomps in the chest of Doug Williams there. He's got him set him up on that top rope there. Followed by Monty Brown. Here we go. What's he looking for here? And a belly-to-belly suplex from the top rope of the ring, sending Doug Williams across the mat. Off the ropes goes Monty Brown. Here we go. And a pounce. Monty Brown hits the pounce. Monty Brown hits the pounce there. Doug Williams slowly back up to his feet. Hits another pounce. 2 pounces right there. And Doug Williams he's fit. And a kick out at 1. At a 1 count. And he knocks him down. Somehow Doug Williams fires up. Kicks out at 1. Monty Brown with a power bomb to put him away. And that's it. 2 pounces and a power bomb later puts away Doug Williams. Surprisingly kicks out at 1. I cannot believe that. Former NXT champion making very quick work of Doug Williams here. expecting a hard-hitting, longer battle between these two. But just Monty Brown just completely walking in and decimating Doug Williams, almost to a disrespectful degree. And a jam-packed arena here for NXT Final Battle. Everyone on their feet to see the carnage unfold later. Moving on to our next matchup here. It's going to be for the CZW Iron Man Championship from Combat Zone Wrestling. The Death Machine, Sami Callihan, is going to be defending his championship against an NXT wrestler here tonight at NXT Final Battle. As for Sami Callihan, will be participating in the main event of CZW Cage of Death 1. In the main event, the Cage of Death match for the CZW World Heavyweight Deathmatch Championship of the World. Representing one half of the Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy, challenging Death Machine Sami Callihan. Who recently has not been afraid to show more of a mean streak here on NXT. Having other issues with a lot of wrestlers recently. Recently on NXT, getting in a brawl with Chris Jericho backstage, knocking him out backstage on bare concrete. And the crowd surprised to see Matt Hardy taking on Sami Callihan, an unannounced opponent for Sami Callihan tonight. There's the Death Machine himself. Has held that championship, the only owner of that championship on Season 1 of CZW on Hardcore TV. Is Sami Callihan. That is, in fact, his belt. No other man has held that here in collar double tie up. Here we go. We have the timer set up. Lower right side of the corner. 20-minute time limit. Off the ropes, here we go. And into a nice German suplex. And a bicycle kick knocking into the face of Matt Hardy. And another bicycle kick into the face of Matt Hardy. STO slam. And a kick right to the face there. Those long legs of Sami Callihan, that athleticism. Here we go. Matt Hardy firing out of it. Takes him down with a sling blade type of cross. Clothesline. Top rope, Matt Hardy. Here we go. Flying. From the top rope, goes for a leg drop. Hits a leg drop. Not going for a pin. Callihan back up to his feet now. Another clothesline. Squeezing the head of there, Callihan, dropping that elbow. What's Matt Hardy thinking here? From the top rope, sends Callihan flying out. Callihan trying to fight back out of it now. Squaring elbows, both at a vertical standpoint. Callihan, Matt Hardy. Death Machine's got Matt Hardy down, going for the leg, taking him down. Even though Sami Callihan is from CZW. The man's one of the purest athletes here on Hardcore TV. Can do it just about anything. And a low blow there from Matt Hardy to stop the attack of the Death Machine. Here we go. And a twist of fate after a low blow. It's a twist of fate, but after a low blow. And that's the first fall right there. Matt Hardy gets the first fall on Death Machine Sami Callihan. After a low blow followed by a twist of fate. And a Death Valley driver by Sami Callihan. Trying to take the head off of Matt Hardy. And you can see the anger in those stomps there. Drops him face first. Belly to back suplex drops him down. Hits the ropes. Knee right to the midsection. Clubbering with those forearms. And look at those Callihan strikes there. And what a drops the kick right to the face. Here you go, Callihan. Face first again. Hits that Dirty Deeds maneuver. And we go. He's got the second. We've got a second fall. STO slam again. 2 Dirty Deeds there. And another bicycle kick to Matt Hardy. And we go to the outside now. For the top rope. From the top rope, Callihan goes flying over. Now both these athletes here on the concrete. Goes Matt Hardy, goes tripping by the steel steps there. Going for those legs, those injured, those legs, those knees. Oh, with the steel steps. Callihan crushing the whole entire body of Matt Hardy with the steel steps. Throws it at his head. Matt Hardy trapped underneath the steel steps there. Throwing Matt Hardy in that corner. Sami Callihan. And a spear right through that barricade. In that corner of that barricade. My God. Matt Hardy's now got Callihan set up. Oh my God. And a boot crushing his skull between that post. Look at that brutal replay right there. And Matt Hardy's been busted open. Matt Hardy's been busted open. These two wrestlers just brawling all over the arena floor here. Little over 10 minutes left over. And this Iron Man match, both one fall apiece, I think. There you go. Sami Callihan with a steel chair. Just crushing the body of Matt Hardy. And another chair shot to the face. I'm both trading strikes. Matt Hardy. Oh my God, twist of fate. Twist of fate on the concrete. Not going for a pinfall, which might be a mistake. Oh, look at these strikes here. Pummeling Sami Callihan. With a newfound attitude here of Matt Hardy here in NXT. From the top rope, Matt Hardy. From the top rope with a splash on the back of Sami Callihan. Throws him the other side of the arena. Collar and elbow tie up on the outside on the concrete. Get him a headlock takeover. Here we go. Kick to the midsection. Smashes. Oh, look at that knee just smashing the back of the head of Matt Hardy there. Callahan with another steel chair shot to the back of Hardy there. Punching the steel chair. Not just kicking it, punching it with his fist. Callahan with the dirty deeds on the concrete. Here we go, and that's a pinfall right there. Callahan 3 falls now over Matt Hardy in the lead. And a spear, another spear through that barricade. Callahan trying to take down Matt Hardy any way possible. And the crowd going nuts over it. Now Callahan, he's got his Iron Man Championship in hand. I can see the face of Matt Hardy. The Crimson Mask is bleeding now quite a bit. Look at Matt Hardy's face. He's just covered in blood. That is what happens, though, when you step in the ring from a wrestler from the combat zone. Now what's next for Callahan? Matt Hardy has to find a way to bounce back. Steel chair away from Callahan. That's one way to do it. Smashing the chair with the face of Callahan. And a twist of fate on the concrete out of nowhere. And a twist of fate on the concrete right there. And Matt Hardy going for it again. Going for it again. Right over the tip of that announce table. Just crashing through it. Matt Hardy's stunned. I don't think he meant to do that. Oh, he's going for a third one. Hits a third one on that concrete. Look at the blood all over Matt Hardy, though. And they're both just standing off here. Matt Hardy cracking the skull of Sami Callahan with that title. And it looks like Sami Callahan is now starting to bleed a bit from the head. An incredible physical match that can go any type of way. Matt Hardy not letting up, trying to draw the blood from Sami Callahan. cracks him with the steel chair once again. And these two are just bleeding all over each other at this point. Here we go. Side effect. Matt Hardy hits the side effect. Well, he's got the pinfall. He's got the leg hooked. Here we go. And he's at his second point now. Matt Hardy hits the second point. Under 5 minutes left over. He needs 2 points in order to win. There's Matt Hardy going to the top rope. Hits the leg drop. And gets a 3 count, and they're now tied. They are now tied. 3-3 falls here. Callahan, here we go with the fall. And a kick out at 2. Off the ropes. Needs right to the midsection. Tries to crack him in the face of the steel chair. Matt Hardy grabs it back. And another side effect, but on a steel chair. And a 3 count. Now Matt Hardy in the lead. Matt Hardy in the lead here. The amount of bloodshed in this match is fit for the combat zone. And we got a bow and arrow submission. And look at the faces of those wrestlers right there. Just absolutely covered in blood and agony and pain here. Trying to make Matt Hardy tap out. Here we go. Hits that dirty deed. And a kick out, and we are tied again. And what's Sami Callihan thinking now? And they're both on the outside. From the top rope. And a superplex under the concrete. A superplex to the concrete by Sami Callihan. Callihan, he's got to get another pinfall in order to stay one above Matt Hardy. Here we go. He's got to cover. That's it in a 3 count there. Sami Callihan is now 5-4. Callihan go for another pinfall. Here we go. Another pinfall there. And another dirty deeds. Now 6-4, needed to stay. I think Matt Hardy being in the lead just for a bit really set Callihan off. Death Machine about to go home, take the title back. Matt Hardy back up to his feet. Fighting off, here we go. And the bell has rang. We are out of time. Sami Callihan retaining the CZW Iron Man Championship. What a valiant effort right there by Matt Hardy. These two athletes walking out of here completely drenched and covered in their blood. Callihan covered in blood. Matt Hardy covered in blood, but Callihan walking out of here with the CZW Iron Man Championship. But Matt Hardy's newfound attitude and maybe newfound respect, too, for the Combat Zone. And moving on to the very first Monsters Ball here on NXT. And the arena busting out the CM Punk chants here. Just came out of that CZW Iron Man Championship matchup. Sami Callihan retaining that title against Matt Hardy. CM Punk wearing the ECW wrestling shirt. Just was featured on ECW's Dismember. CPV defeating Rob Van Dam, former ECW World Television Champion. But tonight has been challenged by the current ECW number one contender. One of the number one contenders just came out of Dismember, beating Mick Foley in a steel cage. We're taking on CM Punk as Raven. And the crowd is absolutely hyped. There he is. That's Raven, who's been an absolute menace to people like CM Punk here at NXT. Attacking him, cost him title matches. Cost him his last opportunity for the NXT Championship as well. And a ladder match. Supposed to take on Jeff Hardy. And a ladder match, but was attacked. Raven attacked CM Punk, and Shelton Benjamin took Jeff Hardy's place. Or excuse me, took CM Punk's place. At his match for the rematch for the NXT Championship. And here we go, NXT's first Monster Ball match. Raven and CM Punk, as you can see, with those weapons already in the ring here. And these two are just brawling immediately. That's how they start the matchup. CM Punk grabbing a guitar, smashing in the face of Raven. I'm sure it's going to be no holds barred here. There's just anything is going to go here. I'll see CM Punk with it. Almost like a Pepsi plunge there. But on the concrete. We still have an NXT Championship match as our main event. Jeff Hardy's going to be defending against Nigel McGuinness. That's going to be our main event. And CM Punk and Raven, here we go. Look at those brutal strikes there by Punk. Former NXT champion. And a swinging neckbreaker right on the concrete. And look at those strikes there to CM Punk. I just got word from the back. Whoever wins this match will face Jeff Hardy for the NXT Championship. Will face whoever wins tonight's main event for the NXT Championship. So this is now a number one contender match. On episode 45 of NXT, they will face the winner of tonight's main event will be Jeff Hardy or Nigel McGuinness. These two on the outside just with their brutal strikes, talking shit to one another. Knocking down a big kick to the face there. And a float over DDT on the concrete. And a neck breaker, another float over neck breaker there on the concrete there too. CM Punk not holding back. Oh, what a knee strike right to the face. And a hurricane run and leg scissors on the concrete by Punk. Punk goes top rope. Here we go. And a leg drop to the outside on the concrete. Here we go. Look, dropping those elbows in that collarbone section of Raven. Another float over by Punk. Majority of this matchup has been brawling on the outside of the ring here. Oh, Raven firing back with a punch to the face and a clothesline. Now Raven armed with that kendo stick. Punk being hit in the head directly with that kendo stick. And we got a 2 count. And it looks like CM Punk is bleeding now from his head. Look at that blood there. Throws Raven right into the steel chair in that corner. Exactly the outcome you expect in a Monsters Ball match here with Raven. It's Raven's rules. All these weapons on standby. And now Punk getting the rewards from that, reaping those rewards, those benefits, that kendo stick. Sets him up, and a crossbody. A lot of impact on that crossbody, really close to Punk. Here we go, Raven firing back now with those strikes. In that corner, takes another clothesline in that corner. Raven firing back with these strikes. And a drop toe hold to CM Punk. And those CM Punk chants. Oh, Raven, here we go. He's got Punk up. And a power bomb right on that ladder. Here we go. We got a pinfall. And a kick out at 2. And a DDT. Hits that even flow DDT, and that could be it. Punk with those strikes here, those leg kicks. Punk with the Macho Man elbow. He's got him in that corner. And a drop kick to Raven goes through that table. Enough force to go through that table, and a kick out at 2. Raven kicks out at 2. And a nice even flow DDT right on that piece of that table. Raven grabbing a steel chair into the ring now. Raven rolls. He can bring anything he wants from underneath that ring. Now Raven with a table. Off the ropes. Even flow, nice DDT right on top of that. Right on that steel chair. CM Punk setting up that table. Punk's got Raven up. The GTS. He hits the GTS. The go to sleep. Hits the go to sleep on Raven.
Philadelphia, the home of ECW originally.
And a bulldog by Raven. Even after that go to sleep, he is not slowing down. Raven, one of the heaviest hitters here on Hardcore TV. Raven with these strikes. And a spear right into CM Punk on that ladder. Almost speared him right through the ladder. He's got CM Punk in that corner. Gonna hit him with like a power bomb. Hits him with a power bomb through that table. Look at that. Just destroys Punk with that power bomb through that table. And a bulldog right on that piece of table. And a DDT to finish him off on even flow DDT right on top of the steel chair. And that has got to be it. And that is just too much destruction for one man to take. Too much pain, agony. Raven walking out of here. The winner of the first Monsters Ball match here in NXT Final Battle. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere just yet. We still have the NXT Championship on the line. Jeff Hardy defending against the number one contender, Nigel McGuinness. The newest power here in NXT. But Raven walking out of here victorious back to ECW. That means Raven will face the NXT champion on next NXT episode in the main event. Raven is now the number one contender for the NXT Championship after tonight's main event. He'll be facing Nigel McGuinness or Jeff Hardy in the next main event. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. We are still looking at NXT Final Battles main event, but that was our first Monster Ball match here. Raven walking out of here victorious. Now it is our main event time, ladies and gentlemen. After a brutal CZW Iron Man Championship matchup and NXT's first Monster Ball, and his main event time, Jeff Hardy is defending the NXT Championship against the number one contender, Nigel McGuinness. Nigel McGuinness beat CM Punk, Chris Jericho, and Seth Rollins in a four-way dance for the number one contendership to be here. Nigel McGuinness beat three of the best wrestlers that recently proved themselves here in NXT. Jeff Hardy has finally captured the NXT World Championship. He'll be taking on absolute brute Nigel McGuinness. This matchup, Jeff Hardy's going to have to watch out for that lariat and those strong, long, lanky arms of Nigel McGuinness here. Last episode of NXT, Jeff Hardy beat Bestia 666. And episode 44's main event, Nigel McGuinness took on Monty Brown. Jeff Hardy has been sidetracked with his brother and his newfound attitude and almost jealousy for others wrestlers here in NXT. So hopefully Jeff Hardy can stay focused here in this main event. And a defense for the NXT Championship. And immediately taking down Jeff Hardy with a German suplex landing on the back of his head. And there you go, those classic European uppercuts there. Nigel McGuinness is not going to be messing around. Nice clothesline there by Jeff Hardy. Up top rope, here we go. And a splash taking him down over. And Jeff Hardy back on the top rope again. Goes for a missile drop kick. Nigel gets out of the way, drops a mean elbow. And a big boot right to the chest. And Nigel McGuinness showing that taunt off. Little too confident. Here, a bulldog from out of nowhere. He did not see that coming. Jeff Hardy with a lot of burning passion here. Drop kick to the back there. Right in the spine. Jeff Hardy top rope. Here we go. We look at a swanton bomb already. Goes for a leg drop. Jeff Hardy goes off the ropes there. Hits a brutal drop kick right to the temple, the side of the head of Nigel McGuinness there. And another drop kick. All these fast offensive maneuvers. Jeff Hardy staying on top of it. The stamina and endurance here. And of course, finger poke to the eyes there by Nigel McGuinness. Those clubbering elbows right there on the back. And what a headbutt there. Brute strength with a belly to belly. Those suplexes are going to mess him up. He is not careful for it. And a tiger suplex. Here we go. We got a pinfall. And a kick out of one. Nigel McGuinness back on the attack already. Jeff Hardy blocks to go behind there. Waist lock. Oh, look at him. Swept the leg right over the knee. Jeff Hardy top row. Here we go. And another leg drop. Was that a low blow right there? Nigel McGuinness just hit a low blow on Jeff Hardy. And a European uppercut once again. He thinks he's going to get a pinfall. Almost got it was a 2 count right there. Almost got a 3 count of a European uppercut. That's how strong Nigel McGuinness is with that brute strength. Oh, there it is again. Just knocking the lights out of Jeff Hardy. Or he has to pick him up fully up to his feet so he can hit him with another. Take an Irish whip to the corner. Oh no. And another German suplex. Now going to the outside. What a clothesline, knocking Jeff Hardy down to the concrete. NXT champion. Oh, with a low blow now to Nigel McGuinness. Maybe paying it back. Oh, what a DDT right there. A DDT on the concrete. Now Jeff Hardy taking apart that announce booth, that announce table. Arm of that steel chair right to the face. I don't know what Jeff Hardy is thinking here. He's got Nigel McGuinness set up on that announce table. What's he thinking here? Vertical standpoint on it. No, he's not. He's going to hit the twist of fate through the booth. Twist of fate through the table right there. NXT champion. Just hit the twist of fate on Nigel McGuinness through that announce table. And the crowd with the holy shit chants in the, this is awesome. And a drop kick right to the face, to the chest. Here we go. Jeff Hardy with the Swanton Bomb. Swanton Bomb there on Nigel McGuinness. And that's it. Jeff Hardy hits the 3 count after the twist of fate through the table and the Swanton Bomb right there. Jeff Hardy retains the NXT Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event of NXT Final Battle. Jeff Hardy walking out of here, still your NXT World Champion. There's the replay right there. Nigel McGuinness almost kicking out at 3. But Jeff Hardy retaining that championship. Nigel McGuinness definitely walking in here with way too much confidence. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Hardcore TV, NXT's first CPV. And I'll see you later on CZW's Cage of Death 1.